Hello and welcome to this simple sleep tracker Glide app template walkthrough, where we'll be going through a sleep tracker template that has been developed by JMP Studios. So first, when you are presented with the application, you'll see this welcome screen, just so that you can be sure that you are on the sleep tracker template application. When using the application, you can either click in here to this Get Started button first, or you can use the tabs below. So I'll get started here with the button that conveniently says Get Started, and I'll press it. And I can see that very quickly here, I'm able to keep track of my sleep habits so that I can understand how I'm sleeping and if there are any changes that I need to make after looking at my sleeping habits over the course of a couple of days, weeks, or months. So I can add in new sleep entries here using this form below, and we'll get to that in a second, but once I have added in entries, I'll be able to see my average sleep quality as well as the average hours that have been slept. So to start, I'll click in to add a new entry. And when I do, I'll be asked how long I have slept. So I can select when I slept. Let's say here this entry is for May the 8th. And I can put in the number of hours that I've slept. So let's say I slept 6 hours last night. And I press next. Then I'll be asked how I slept. Whether I had excellent sleep quality, my sleep quality was good, whether it was okay, or if my sleep quality was very poor. 6 hours is okay for me, so I'll put in okay. And then any general notes that I would like to record. Let's say my pillows didn't feel as soft as they usually do. Maybe I need to fluff them up a little bit more. So once I'm done with this, I'll press next, and then I'll be asked about whether or not I saw any dreams so that I can keep track of any of the dreams that I had. And you know what? I think I did. I think I dreamt that I was a giant sleeping koala. It was very strange, but very cute. Then I'll press next. And now once I've done, I've added in my entry for that night sleep log. And I'll be able to see what I've entered. So the date of entry, how many hours I've slept, the sleep quality, the general notes again, and then finally the dream notes. Once I press submit, I'll be able to see that entry here down in my sleep log, where I can click in, and I'll be able to see for the day May 8th how I've slept and any general notes. Now, as you keep filling these in, the sleep quality and the average hours slept will change. Right now, there's a bit of data in the background, but when you start using the application, you would want to clear this so that you can start from scratch. So on that note, let's go into the data. So now looking at the data for the sleep tracker, I'll be able to see that this application is built with a combination of Google Sheets sheets that you can, of course, go into like any other Google Sheets and export or manipulate as needed, and as well a Glide app table to record form submissions. So first, going into the sleep log table, I'll be able to see all of the entries that have been added in, and some of these are user specific. Normally, this application has been developed to be used by one user at a time. Further development would be needed if you wanted to split with multiple users. But for the purposes of the demo, I've got this user shepherd.smith@gmail.com with a lot of data here impacting averages. So I'll be able to see hours slept, I'll be able to see sleep quality, any general notes, any dream notes, and it seems like Our user was also a koala. Very strange. How many days have been logged, how many hours have been slept, as well as averages on the average hours slept and the average sleep quality. All calculations are being done in Glide, so if you ever want to make any changes, all you would have to do is change the Glide calculations. Then we've got a table here for some settings, just with the sleep quality. We've got users, a user table that, again, this Glide app template was designed for one user, not multiple. You'd have to develop further if you wanted to have multiple users in the template. And then finally here, a table for form submissions that powers the form that we saw earlier. Once an entry has been completed, it will move from this table over into the sleep log. So you don't necessarily have to pay attention to what's here. It's just to ensure that the form works. Now, as I mentioned a few times before, this template has been developed to be built on top of. So if you do want to add in different users, you want to add in different functionality, you want to change the calculations, that are in the background to suit your liking, you absolutely can. And if you do, I'd love to see your work. And of course, if you need any help with creating your Glide app templates, your custom business applications, or any other Glide related projects that you're working on, feel free to reach out to myself at jmpstudios.xyz so that we can help you with developing your next Glide project. Now, I hope this is useful for you and it helps with tracking your sleep. And of course, let's all try and be giant koalas at night or something like that. You know, there are koalas on the mind. I wonder why. With that, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.